It's leap year day, Saturday the 29th of February. I've just about arrived at the Institut Français for the first day of the language event, Edinburgh. Here we are.
Just checking so we can try and get people through quicker.
Are you looking forward to the event
Yeah,
then?
sure, of course, yeah, it'll be very interesting, I think.
Really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be super fun.
We need to celebrate our linguistic diversity on these isles, and as somebody who's actually from here, you know, and my original dialect is something that I'm not really allowed to talk, or was told at school that it was bad, and they made us have elocution lessons to speak proper.
We enjoy academic discussion and debates about standardising spelling, but the missing part is hearing the spoken word in conversation. Hearing it as part of a normal conversation. Radio and TV, they had the missing part of the cohesive plan. National radio and national TV.
Et puis, on se voit dans une quinzaine de minutes.
Kinda bitty beef. I'm fake Glasgow. It speaks as more anglicised for me, Scots.
We invite our next speaker to the stage to talk about his book, which is here, or book, depending on which part of Liverpool you're from.
This book, published by Edge of Extinction, it's an anthology of poetry in endangered languages. Masthead licked in a swale and Māori, looping a boot like a thinking cat. When they were cut off from their mother tongue, they were cut off from themselves, so they felt kind of wretched and out of shape and kind of distorted to themselves.
Rhysyn braig byr, un iaith am oes.
Abraha is quaelaha lehisha eraha and vera.
Poetry is a bit of a closed book to me, but actually after watching that talk, I feel like I might actually buy the book and kind of get a bit more into it. I found it really fascinating.
I did a lot of learning poetry as part of learning French growing up, and since then it's rather withered away, so I'm looking forward to exploring this area a bit more.
Digital homelands. And second, there is a reassembling of the idealized, sometimes, target language community, in this case, the Ladino-speaking community. From that I actually created in 2017 called Ladino 21. It's called Ladino 21 and not Ladino 13 or Ladino 14 because we aim at showcasing how Ladino is spoken in the 21st century. Ladies and gentlemen, merci mucho, thank you very much.
Just because you think the language is obsolete doesn't mean that we're going to be bound to
It is absolutely essential that we get more training for journalistic skills, for broadcasters, for journalists, so that we have a generation coming on that can carry the language forward.
It's really often. People are really well motivated very often. They're really positively disposed towards Irish, yet they lack this confidence to actually speak it. The word for leave is fog. 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 Think about a ship, right, with a foghorn pulling out of a harbour, right? Leave. Fog. How would you say leave now?
Fogginish.
Fogginish.
People in the first row should go somewhere there. Return.
Drog in Welsh, drog in Torish, and drog in Breton. So quite a useful word, and it hasn't actually changed much from the going back to Proto-European.
Tune and love on 12.
Tune and love on 12.
Let's move swiftly on. Here's another line from Beowulf. Humon a gold galdred bewunden means the gold of men, former times, former men's gold, galdred bewunden, wound round with enchantment. Saxers, Odd, and Swither
Part of what I've done is that I look for Scots coming out, because I've got this theory that Scots will out, and I've found that in the first Scottish cartoons, the first writings everywhere, folk sneak it into their writing, Scots speakers, all the time.
The last session of the first day.
I have no doubt that this must be true, but I have to add, I am not aware of any double-blind control study that would prove it beyond any reasonable doubt. If anybody of you wants to do it, please let me know. I'm very interested. Now, the example I have here is from Northern Ireland. Now, those of you who live in Scotland or know Scotland will probably know how much ink has been spilled, or is spilled every year, about the waste of money for Gaelic speaking sites. It seems like so much money was put in it, that if we would put it in the hospitals and poor children and so on, Scotland would be the richest country in the world. Now, in reality, it's a minimal amount of money. Now, here, this example shows that it's not about money, because this is a tram in Belfast, which has been now practically specially built with Irish and English version. But when this tram goes into East Belfast, it has to switch off the Irish. So you do extra work, you do extra money to erase Irish so that the tender eyes of the loyalists don't have to look at this offensive language. So from this point of view, I think this for me an example, it's not about saving money and so on and so on. It's about feeling threatened by seeing something which is perceived as different.
Let's have a cheeky ring.
I don't know the stuff about how Scots is developed online and on social media. It's really interesting because I wasn't fully aware of that kind of thing before.
But are you going to start learning Old English? I see you've bought Mark Atherton's book there.
Well, I did a joint honours degree at Atherton University in English and Irish, and I did 1 term of Old English.
That's fun. Here it is, we found the place.
The same table.